You're now watching And They Overcame.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony.
Bessie Louise Allen.
And how old are you?
Oh, I don't like to tell that, but I will tell you because you asked me and you're trying to do something for me. Okay, but I am 92 years old. I grew up in West Point, Mississippi, and mother was a great reader, but I guess she went to about the 8th or 9th grade. And she was willing to, after some pastors came by, different times in Mississippi, out in the country, they would come by and see how the country people are living. So after my mother met Adventist preachers, she decided, well, this is what I should be, an Adventist. And so I just teach the children how to be Adventists. We'll see what we can work out with it. So she had a cousin that lived in Chicago. She worked for some Adventists that were at Seventh-day Adventists. She worked for them every day. So she was happy, and she said, I want you to have, talking to my mother, I want you to have this material that I have, because once you read it, you will know what God really wants you to do. So she had the youth instructor, little friend paper for the children, then the literature for Sabbath school and stuff. So that was a blessing for her. She would teach us what she learned from these books. So in doing that, she kind of decided that some of the foods and stuff that she was eating was not good foods, and said, well, what I'll do, I'll just stop cooking meat and stuff, and God will bless me, I'm sure, because all of them have already told me that God is not pleased with us just eating hog and a lot of chicken grease and stuff. So after telling Mother that, Mother went to doing what she said do. And so this is how we kind of got into Adventism. And when I grew up and got about 3rd or 4th grade, something like that, she said, well, we're going to get a school started in Mississippi, down here where we live. And so she did. She had Adventist people coming from, I don't know where it is from, Huntsville or where, but surrounding areas. And this has been a blessing to us. So a lot of the old pastors were in that makeup. They would come by and see us in the country, and then they would tell us that they would come so often to preach to us and tell us about the message. So we loved that, and God blessed us. And when I got out of the 8th grade, I came to Oakwood. But before that, I went home with one of my teachers in Mississippi, And I stayed with her 1 year so I could go to a Christian school. They had a little Christian school in this little town where she lived. So we ended up the next year coming to Oakwood. And when I came to Oakwood, I kind of was already known with some of the folk who lived there. And when I say there, I mean at Oakwood and different places that this teacher had been, but she didn't live there, really, but she helped us to get on foot. So Mother said, now if they know about Adventism and everything, I'm gonna let you go with her. Ended up sending me to Oakwood when I finished the eighth grade. And so I came there for the 9th grade, and some of the preachers that I know now were at Oakwood then. But God has been so good to me. My mother searched him out, searched God out. And he said, now this is what we need to be doing. And so she has been a leader in our family, getting things together. We got the little friend paper every month or whenever they print it and send it out. The youth instructor, this book and the next, and then we also got, I'm trying to think of some other books that they would send them to the people who are Adventists in these little areas. Anyway, God opened the doors for me to come to Oakwood. And when I finished the 8th grade, I headed up here. And I'm still at Oakwood. I don't know when I'll ever leave, but it's just in the community now that I am. I'm out in the country, not far from Oakwood College, but in the vicinity of Oakwood and A&M University. God has been good to me, you know. I'm still thanking him because the Adventists at Oakwood helped really set me ablaze in doing what Adventist kids should be doing. So I worked for the dean there, and the dean, of course, used me as a helper. So I had all the young people under me following my direction that I got from this, teacher. So God has been good to me in that he has opened doors that I cannot close. I've been trying to close some doors and I'm not able to close them. I don't have much money to do the work with, but I started a school when I finished college. And God has blessed the school. It's still running. And we have students here now who are preparing themselves to do a service for the Father. My mother changed first. My mother, I have never had any pork meat in my life. I haven't tasted any.
Amen.
When I was born, Mother did not give us any pork. So didn't have that, and I am so glad she didn't. That might be because I'm still alive.
Amen.
That she changed her cooking around. We cooked, she cooked a lot with molasses. That was our sweetener. Yeah, molasses, like cookies, made cookies with that. And it just was a mother that was looking out for the health of her children. And I believe if she had been living, some of the ones who have passed might be living. But we can't guarantee that. God sends somebody else along to help you out a lot of times. And maybe we don't accept them. But I tell you, we need to remember that we have to give an account of how we allow our children to eat all the sugar they want, all the sweeteners, that's including the sugar. But you're going to have to make up your mind that you don't want to help kill your kids. And that's what my focus was on. And she would cook sweeteners out of molasses. We'd have molasses cookies, and we'll have this kind of thing made out of molasses instead of the sugar. So you have to think of, and when I say you, I mean parents, will have to think of things that they can do to help keep their kids on this side of the earth. So it takes some time. Just say, well, we're gonna make it out of molasses. And they will eat it because we ate it and it was good. Well, kind of fell down, and I've had 2 falls, but the falls get me maybe at night. I didn't sleep so well, got up, maybe going to the bathroom, different things, but when I knew anything, I had slipped on a little table I had sitting on the floor. And the table let me fall. I went over on the bed. It was a couch. And instead of catching myself, I couldn't catch. So I hit the floor. And after falling, I couldn't get up. I tried several times, nobody in the house but me. So God blessed and told me, no, you just stay right here. And I stayed right on the floor. But I had the heaters on, so it was warm. And I didn't feel hurt, but I did hit my head. And later it started hurting a little bit. And it still hurts when it gets ready, but not as bad as it has. I'm feeling better now as the days go by. And I want you watching, you can find time to pray with me or for me. Just pray that God will renew me, because He can make everything new. If He's gonna make the whole world new, He can make me new again. I miss the school children coming as often as they have. They come and see about me and sing songs to me and all of that. But I kind of feel good most of the time. And as you watching me, you can pray for me. And not only pray, you can write me a letter. I do have an address, but you can call me and ask me for that if you're interested. I enjoy the children. This has been my dream all my life, is that I would teach and show kids where they can do God's biddings and be ready when He comes. And that is my goal. And when I get ready, I want to get somebody else gets ready to meet Jesus in peace. Now you might want to know something about me that I don't say, and if you do, you can write me. I'm going to have my address somewhere so that you can write me and tell me what your interest is. And that, because Jesus needs young people and old alike to tell others about Him and why He was here and His mission here. And His mission hasn't been completed yet. You and I still have something we can do to help others learn about Him. And the mission, which is He's coming back again. That's the mission. He hadn't just gone to heaven to stay forever. He is coming back. And He's coming for people that is ready to meet Him. Now, if you're not ready, what you want to do is start today to get ready. And don't get ready slowly. Get ready in a hurry, because I believe His time is winding down. If you want to know if there are anything that might be happening to me now, according to this fall that I've had and different little things, you can write me. I have an address, and I'll give the address too, so that you can write me. But after you write me, then you need to get working so that you can help somebody get ready. You can't just take yourself to heaven. And isn't that so wonderful that you're going to have to take somebody with you? Oh, yeah. So you have a mission to accomplish. Okay, the mission is you get somebody ready to go with you. And I am so glad that He has given me the opportunity to get ready, to get Christian involvement. While I was young, I came to Oakwood as a student, and when I learned more about what Jesus was really asking us to do, then I went to telling it. The girls and some of the boys were excited. It's because we only have this chance down here to get ready. So if you miss this getting ready now, you might miss heaven. And you don't want to do that, because you need to carry somebody with you. That's our mission. Well, not exactly. What happens is that I could recall more things. still having a little problem with recall. But I think if God made something, He can make it all over again. He is not the kind of God that He made it, but He doesn't know how it's made. He does know. And what His job is to renew us when we can be renewed. And then we can do something to help others. My husband met me on Oakwood's campus. We were registering for school. Oh, and he just so happy. He met me and heard the folk call my name, Bessie Lee. He said, I got to have that girl. I don't know what's going to happen, but I got to have her. But God was with us, and I checked him out with my parents, and they liked him pretty good. So I stayed with him until he passed. He died, and now I'm a single woman that don't think I need to be married again, okay? 92 years old, but you know what? There were some changes in my life, and the changes started with my eating. And this is that I don't eat everything that some of my friends might eat. But I started off eating the clean meats. But I want you to tell you, you have to stop eating all the meats. And it doesn't take you long to stop this. I'm not telling you to do something you can't do. It is possible. So I decided, first of all, I came to a Adventist college. I have never gone to public school. Say that again. I have never gone to public school. And my parents were kind of serious about me. And I don't know just why, but evidently God was telling them what to do. And they have done the best for me. I didn't get a lot of whippings and parents telling you to go this place and you would disobey. And no, I decided that my parents are responsible to a certain extent for my behavior. And I need to be doing what they're telling me to do. And God has blessed me. When I came to Oakwood, I worked with the dean and telling other kids what to do. And they were my age. And they come asking Bessie, can I do something? I said, what? Why would you ask me? Because I know the dean going to ask you. But you see, know when you kind of show that you are interested in what they're doing. And one day I had planned to be a dean, but somehow I met a man.
Who took you?
He had come to Oakwood for an education after going into the Army. And do you know what? He wouldn't have any other way but to have Bessie Allen as a part of his life. His mother was named Bessie, and that just blew it because she died when he was young. I am happy that God has been my guide, and He tells us what to do, but sometimes we won't listen. We decide we know more than He does. So I don't know where we get that from, but we do decide. He doesn't make us be obedient. But I want to let you know that I do have a family. I had a family. Some of it has died out. My husband has passed, and a son and a daughter. And I need your prayers for me that I will hold on to Jesus. And that seems like is my great hope, is Jesus in my life. I hate to say this, but you must believe me because I'm telling you the truth.
Amen.
When I was a child, I did not follow the crowd. When I got to Oakwood, I did not follow the students who had come from Chicago and all these places. They had followed me. So if you're going to be a leader, you have to lead them all.
Amen.
And so God was good to me in that I believed what I believed. And my belief was that God is not going to give you chances, chance after chance, to do His will. He has written it, had it written in a book. And we had spirit prophecy books and had youth instructor. We had some of every book that they had. And so I tried to follow the Christian leadership. I want you to be a missionary, a home missionary, to help save your own kids, because I've made some errors in my life. And I'm going to ask you to cut out on the errors. The children might not agree with you, but that's all right. They don't agree with you with a whole lot of stuff. But what I'm asking you to be working toward getting them in the church, and once you get them in there, help keep them in there. And I believe you can do that. Bessie Allen's preparatory school prepares you for this life and for the life to come. And that's my mission. And I'm trying to get some other people to hook up with me, and that I could help some kids who cannot afford to come, because I do have a few buildings out here. But I can't do all of this by myself. And so I would love to get somebody who wants to be a missionary at home, a home missionary. And we could kind of help some kids who would love to go to high school and college, but because they don't have any money and parents don't have any jobs and money. So if you're listening to this and would like to help somebody who, and I do have a little mission school in Africa that I've been helping, and God has been blessing it, but I don't know how it's doing now because my money got low and I couldn't support my own. So my daughter, Marvella Burton, is helping with the school here, and then she has 2 or 3 other teachers that are willing to work with her. And I know they don't have no money to pay them, but if you don't have any money to pay them, just give them a good donation. And I believe we could do this. So if you're interested and would like to talk about it, I have a telephone number that I'd like to give you. 256-379-5444. 4061. Is that correct? Anything you can do to help kids out is not wasting your money. And so since I found that out, I just let them come sometime, and we don't get that much money from anybody. But with your help, we might be able to raise the school up to standard. And you are now watching, and they overcame. Now I have somebody who is getting this little film ready to do something with it. I don't know exactly what he's going to do, but it doesn't matter, just since he tells the truth. If he's a truth teller, we're in good shape. Now, you know, this question is a question that I want to hit him not hard, but just hit him. Now, see, you're a little bit strange. He's my friend, but he's strange. Now he's going back to another question. We had 120 acres. Was that enough land for you to run around on? So that's what I did.